This is your stewardess speaking. As we prepare for takeoff, please consider supporting us on Patreon to keep this podcast ad-free. If you enjoy this flight, please subscribe to the podcast, smash that like button, and don't forget to go to patreon.com/turbulenttruth to support us. Thank you, and prepare for takeoff.
Hello, this is your captain speaking. As you can tell in the cabin, we're hitting some shaky times, and it's about to get worse. So please take a moment, make sure you are buckled, and the loved ones around you are buckled, because we're about to hit turbulent truth. In 3, 2, 1. Hey, welcome back to Turbulent Truth. Today we have someone special. I know he resembles Gary Chapman, but this is Johnny Bitcoin.
Hi.
Hi, Johnny.
Actually, it's more, hi.
Thank you very much.
Johnny's not that bright, actually. Very talented guy.
So tell me about Johnny. Tell me how this collaboration with Johnny began.
Johnny Bitcoin, kind of an itinerant singer, wanderer, homeless,
Okay.
just cruises around a beat-up RV. He's that guy.
In a van down by the river type
No,
thing?
no, beat-up RV.
RV, okay.
Yeah, he's graduated.
More of a
up.
Joe Dirt.
More of a Joe Dirt with an RV.
Okay, fair.
And he was passing through the little town in Texas where I grew up and stopped by the parsonage, which a lot of people do.
Wait. This is a real character.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you did.
He stopped by the parsonage, which is where the preacher lives.
Okay.
Happened a lot, great regularity, people asking for a handout. In fact, I learned a giant lesson in life through that process. Not with Johnny, but I'll tell you that story later.
Okay.
And he thought he was going to get a handout, but what he wound up doing is finding Jesus and me. And we sat in our living room playing music together till Mama finally said, "That's it, you're done. You got to go to bed. You got school."
No kidding.
And that's just been a lifelong. I've actually modeled a lot of my singing style after him, and yeah, it's a cool thing. It is.
That is actually very cool.
Yeah, and it's all crap.
And it's all crap.
All of it.
All of it.
Just
Every bit
made
of
it up.
It's fantastic.
Totally
I love the
made it
backstory.
Yeah.
So how did the idea, so everyone that doesn't know yet, Johnny Bitcoin has a little song out.
He does.
And what is that song called?
Well, why is he named Johnny Bitcoin? Is that what you asked?
Well, let's start with this.
I think you
Is
asked.
that what I want to say?
I think you did say it. That's what I heard.
Don't you love how the
what I
interviewer
heard.
gets steered towards what the interviewee would like to
It
talk?
happens if you've been interviewed a million times.
Okay, yeah. Tell me all about him. How did he come about?
You know, that's a great question.
Yeah.
No, he actually named himself after his hero, Johnny Paycheck.
Oh.
Johnny Paycheck was legendary, the late great, I should say. Johnny Paycheck
Yeah.
was a legendary country singer and way rough around the edges in real life, actually. And then late in life, he found Jesus and he got soft. He really did. He was.
He got solved or saved?
What's the difference? And he actually was a good friend of mine, personally.
Very
But Johnny Paycheck was his name, his not real name, but
Right.
that's what he called himself.
Right.
And because Johnny Bitcoin has this new song, "Take This Jab and Shove It," as opposed to Johnny Paycheck's big song, "Take This Job and Shove It," he named himself Johnny Bitcoin just to modernize the homage to Johnny Paycheck. Did that make sense in any twisted, converted way?
No, it made a lot of sense, and I really like that you enunciated clearly because we all know I do not.
No.
Yes. So thank you for that.
But you know what? I see that as really educational value for the viewer/listener because they have to work. They have to work. They have to learn something
Is that right?
to understand you part of the time.
Well, but how many of us are really willing to do that?
We're going to find out, aren't we? We're going to find
Real
out.
quick.
Yeah.
Real quick. Yeah, absolutely. So tell me a little bit more about the premise of the song, how it came about, why you even thought you had to do it. I mean, you've spent a whole career Dove Awards, Grammy nominated, blah, 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 all that crap that everyone thinks is important.
Right.
And, but you've never taken it seriously. You've always just wanted to create great art. And that's one of the things I admire about you and why I'm glad and to call you my friend. Because quite frankly, the industry is like, oh my gosh, when I first got here, I'm going, I want no part of these people. Right. And then I got
a very wise choice, actually.
And then I got to know some of you guys and I went, okay, wait a minute. They are just people doing something that happens to be exalted.
Yeah.
And they're people that bleed and care and cry and laugh and all the things that I go through. And we have put them in such a situation where they can't be them. Mm-hmm. And I started to have a lot of empathy at that point. But what it boils down to me that I think is interesting is that you're now doing this. I've known your humor is hysterical, okay? I love your humor. You're quick-witted. We have fun
There's
together.
nothing funnier than comedy. There's really not.
We just have fun together, and that's what I love about our relationship. But what I think is cool is that I don't know if you've ever really done this, and because we're still new friends,
right?
Relatively, it's a couple years. Have you ever done a funny song like this before? Have you ever really?
A few, not many.
Yeah, this is kind of a big thing for you
I wrote
to
a
take
song.
this. Yeah,
I can do it later. I've got another song I can do later if you want.
Yeah,
it's the only other parody song that I'm really proud of.
Okay,
yeah.
But you have played with parodies before.
Obviously, that one time.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then why now then? So back to the original question. Why now?
Well, you know what? The actual impetus for this particular song came from a fellow named Bob Dumas. He's a great author. He's actually helping me write the book that I've been working on for 25 years. It's actually going to become a thing now.
What? It's going to be real?
It is going to be real.
That's pretty cool, dude.
Because Bob is a 5-time New York Times bestseller guy that knows what he's doing. Mm-hmm. And all I have to do with Bob is basically what you and I are doing. We sit down and talk for hours ad nauseum, and he records it all, and then he writes a bunch of pages and sends it to me, and I go, yeah, that's cool, or not. So I will never get it done. I didn't want to have somebody help me do it because I think I'm a writer. I'm not. I'm a songwriter. It's a totally different set of skills. Could I do it if I did nothing else? Maybe.
Would it take you 20 years?
It has so far, 25 to be exact.
Right.
Anyway, I really, really am grateful for Bob. So he's helping me do that. He texted me literally, I'm going to say 2 weeks at the max, if that long, because it all happened very quickly. He texted me, take this jab and shove it. And I looked at it, I was like, did he misspell that? Oh my gosh. Oh, Bob. And I didn't want it to be a text where I called him. I was like, dude, have you shown that to anybody else? And he said, no, I haven't. I said, well, don't. Just don't. Because anybody that's still got 2 brain cells slapping against each other and a pencil can write this thing, okay? So don't talk to anybody about this. I'm going to write it in about an hour. I'm going to record it tomorrow, and it's going to be on iTunes the next day.
And is that how it happened?
And that's exactly what happened. So it hit me because in the middle of all the COVID madness, which, we could talk about nothing ever except that, and then we would just leave mad, and all the listeners would be in the same shape.
Yeah, and they'd be sick and tired of hearing what they hear on every news station there is right now anyways.
Well, no, we're not going to say that.
Oh, that's true. That's true. There's some that are more reputable these days.
That's true. There's a few. Yeah. But, and you know what? It reminds me, we should maybe have a list that we reference to places you can go to get reasonably reliable information.
That's a great idea.
Take
hey
a
guys,
note. Would you take a note? Yeah.
Look, I'm going to not only take a note on that, but I think we should probably throw up a website in the next 60 days or less.
Let's do it.
Yep. That way we can start engaging these guys really heavily and so on and so forth.
Yeah. So my wife and I.
And by the way, that text that just came on the screen, ignore that because, we still don't have the budget, guys. We need your help.
Oh, I don't care. Did it actually pop up?
Yeah, it did. So anyone that's watching on YouTube right now is like,
they want to meet Mike for a meeting later?
Yeah, they're going to meet.
That's hilarious.
We're all going to meet up. Yeah.
Okay. So we'll see you there. No. So my wife and I both have had COVID. It was relatively a non-event, other than everything tasting like a rice cake for 4 days. That was it. And so we have chosen to trust our God-given immunity rather than a government-given, questionably effective vaccine. That's our choice. We get to make that choice because
We live in America?
it's still America.
Really? Are you sure?
I know it looks more and more and more like communist China every day, but yes, it is still today America.
You know, we have this pesky little thing called a constitution.
It's an interesting thing.
Yeah. You know, and the preamble and everything else that leads up to it, and the articles.
And that app.
Yeah.
We were in a meeting. We were
the
in a meeting.
Patriot app.
We were in a meeting together the other day about a new school that
It's awesome. We're going to have someone on here and interview them. We have to.
Yeah, we have to.
We do.
So, and they were just talking about the values that are going to be in the curriculum and all this stuff. And he pipes up out of the crowd and says, "Hey, there's an app that has the Constitution and the Bill of Rights and everything." So everybody in the room starts downloading this
What was that
app.
again? What was that again? Yeah.
And it's really good. We should
it is.
make sure they have that. Anyway,
I'll put the link in this.
so
in the
we've
description.
had COVID, and it was a non-event for us. So then when I'm faced with the possibility of that same government forcing me to allow them to inject that into my special needs 8-year-old adopted angel,
Never happening.
not a chance in hell that's
Nope.
ever going to happen.
No.
It's just not
Nope.
happening. And I got it. That was the driving force behind the parts of the song that the people that are probably not long term going to be fans of mine anyway. It's at this point in my career, I've got this giant herd thinning thing going down, and it's my career is basically the story of Gideon moving forward.
Well, in business development, we call that churning. You have a high churn rate.
Whatever. I just know that the people that stick it out are unbelievably solid gold
Yes.
humans.
Yes.
Anyway, yeah. So I'm just not going to let that happen. The passion that drove me did cause me to say a few things that will offend probably no one who's watching this, because our herd will fend itself, as you well know.
Yeah, absolutely.
The handy thing here, though, is that we won't ever have to thin it.
No.
Because if they stick around, they won't need thinning.
Again, they will be solid, they will be gold, and we will build a relationship
Minimal churning here.
Absolutely, very
on
minimal.
Turbulent Truth.
That's right.
So anyway, that caused lines like, Joe's policies all suck from Mexico to Vietnam. How can you go left every time and not be a NASCAR fan?
That's one of my favorite
With all the
lines.
background going, "Let's go, Brandon."
So in a minute, folks, we're going to definitely have Gary play this live. You know, we're not in a great studio or anything. Again, low budget, but you're going to get the point. You're going to love it. Please go out onto iTunes. It's available right now. Buy it. Go to the website. You can go to the website, and they've got a place where you can buy merch. That is, the graphics are hysterical.
By the time this gets posted, there will be a video.
Yeah. And, oh, yeah, that's right. And you just shot a video on it. Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. There's actually the brilliant guy that's helping me do it. He actually got a dance choreographer to create a line dance called the jab. And at the hook line,
did that?
dude,
Seriously?
he did. And at the hook line, it has this whole "take this job and shut it." It actually winds up like that. Oh my gosh! Yeah, that's gonna do it. That'll do it. So I've got all my neighbors alerted to look for government vehicles and let me know. You think I'm kidding?
No, I'm not, because I know of a friend of mine that all he did was go in, and he's a programmer, and he decided to change a little code on something, and it wasn't illegal what he did, but he had black suits going, "Hey, what'd you do here?" And he's like, "It's an open source forum. It's open source platform.
Yeah.
That means I can make changes. I'm part of the yeah, but the changes you made allows wrong information to get in." That actually happened. And
No kidding.
So I laugh because I'm going, no, you probably should keep an eye out for
I will say
black
this.
SUVs.
I will say this on mic because
Because we're not afraid of anything?
No, I mean,
Okay.
need this in court later. We laugh.
I knew this was going to be a crazy episode.
We laugh. No, I mean,
the episode style is going to be the jab, right?
We have takethisjab.com.
Right.
Where you can buy the music and you can
The
buy
merch and all
lots
that,
and lots.
yeah.
We've got a T-shirt we should hold up at
They
some
even
point.
have a face mask.
Which
So
is
I got to
hilarious.
fly in 3 weeks, right?
You gotta have it.
I'm buying one because I got to have it because it's got wait till you see the graphic,
It's
y'all.
right there.
Get the shirt.
Okay,
Come on,
hang
get
on.
the shirt. Hold on a second. Got to get the shirt.
Just keep talking.
We're gonna. So what has been so much fun about this is that I've gotten to be a little bit involved, just knowing the inside track and hearing things before others, and it's just been a blast this whole time because, again, guys, we gotta laugh at stuff. It's great to see satire and humor coming back and people appreciating it. And yes, we're gonna have the politically correct police and the wokeness and all that crap, but come on, we got to get past it. Just look at this graphic.
So when you go,
come on,
when you go to takethisjab.com,
up a little higher to your right. Whoop, back just a little bit. Right there. Up just a little higher so we can get all. Oh, there it is.
okay. So we appear to have struck a nerve. Here's how you know things are on the right track is when people start stealing from you.
Oh yeah, when they start duping it, they already
on.
started duping it, didn't they?
Hang on, wait for
You
it.
got to put it right up to the camera.
When you, when you Google or duck,
Oh my gosh!
take this jab. Tell me, just guide
Everyone's
me.
knocking it off, and you know, here's the
Just
sad
guide
thing,
me.
Gary.
Am I in
You're
the right
good.
spot?
You're good, and you can come a little closer if you want to see it. Yeah. So see all those guys. Here's the thing. I've been in marketing and sales, business development for 30 years. This is horrible because what's going to happen here is you're going to order one. You're going to think it's from Gary. That's the only one certified to sell it because it's his design. You know, his designs.
It is copywritten art.
And so you're not even going to get it. It's from China. They're going to say, here it comes. And I've been involved in many new projects over the last couple of years. One of my big clients is a LED manufacturer here in the United States, but they import stuff from China. And I'll tell you, the knockoffs, we came with some original product, got knocked off. I mean, we had to go after them. And here's what's really funny, guys. It's not funny. It's frustrating, not funny. It's the wrong word. You work real hard. You got great creatives. You build this network of people. You have some fun. You get it done. And all of a sudden, there's an imitation coming out. And you guys pay for it because it's usually a horrible quality, even if you do get it. And if you don't get it, you just got ripped off. So, to protect you, please, we're going to have a link, okay, in the podcast and on the YouTube channel that actually shows that. And later on, we'll have a link on the website once it's done. So
TakeThisJab.com.
Yeah.
So on TakeThisJab.com, obviously, when you own the domain, you can check all the analytics and whatever. Last night, dude,
is it blowing up?
So many hits from Langley.
From Langley?
So many. That's not good, is it?
Well, if we want to keep half of our troops, probably not.
Okay. Well, so
They're going to be wearing it under their fatigues. And you know what? I hope you do. We love our women and men in uniform. I come from a veterans family.
Absolutely.
Before I screwed up my knee wrestling, I was going to be a Ranger. That was my goal. And hopefully in Delta Force back then, which is now SEAL Team 6. And that tells you how old I am. And man, I'll tell you, I love our country's history and even the bad parts. Because if we don't look at where we've screwed up, we're going to repeat it. And that's why I can't stand it being erased. And that's another topic for another time because it gets really passionate for me. But
so that's Johnny
Hey,
in a nutshell. I've already had people saying, so is he going to do a full record? And I'm like, sure.
so if anyone from Bob and Tom Show is watching,
Oh, please.
please get a hold of us because you have some of the best guys and best comedians that write songs. And I'm sure Johnny Bitcoin would love to collaborate with some of them.
Yes, Johnny will, absolutely. I can speak on his behalf.
So the funny thing is when we talked about doing this episode, I thought, you know what? Why don't you dress in full garb? I thought he was going to walk. He jokingly said, I'm coming in with a full mullet, wig and the whole, and I was preparing myself. Somebody walked in, I was like, because you guys already know I laugh a lot. I would not have been able to even do this if he'd have walked in.
Well, it's a thinly veiled facade because, if you actually do listen to my music, it's pretty easy to tell that that's me.
Right.
Good or bad, I have an identifiable voice. And But in the video, you'll love this. I got this massive black cowboy hat, which I may just start wearing all the time.
There you go.
I really like it.
Did you like it?
Yeah.
It felt good, huh?
I've only worn them to like rodeos in my whole life. And I kind of spent the day in it yesterday. I sort of dig it, gotta say, especially going into the winter, because this gets cold. It's got to be covered with something. But yeah, so it's that, dark glasses, a Manuel jacket, you know, which if you follow country music at all, that's the deal that you wear. And Manuel actually gave me this jacket.
Really?
Yep, years and years ago, and it still fits. Thank you very much, God. Yeah, so I'm in that, and some, you know, shiny black boots, and I'm just got my head like this, and then you know, Aaron, the genius that was
he's
producing
amazing.
and shooting
He's
the thing.
ridiculous.
It's so well lit, and it's all just this really gorgeous backlit. So when you point a camera at me, you can't see jack. You can't see my face.
So you're saying he actually has a studio unlike this makeshift we have? Is that what you're trying to?
Well, no, his is nothing like this. That's the way I would phrase it.
He aspires.
His is nothing like this.
He aspires one day to.
It is a beautiful spot.
Oh, well, you know.
Anyway, so
we're
it's
blessed
all,
to be here.
It's all backlit, and there's, you know, he hired the dancer, and she does the thing around Johnny while he's doing the song. I had my custom shop Gibson J200 Seafoam green, only one they've ever made in the history of the company. Yeah, and it's beautiful. The video is shockingly beautiful. And the song is just this whole giant tongue.
All right, we've had a lot of lead up. We got to do the song. So, guys, we're going to break right now.
Okay.
We're going to take a second, let Johnny Bitcoin get set up, and we'll be right back so you guys can hear his new song, Take This Jab and Shove It. Okay, everyone, we are back. Him and I have been having fun, but he's ready to go ahead and play the song. It's a new song, and we're going to have fun with it. So just take a listen.
And if I have to stop and scroll, it's because I can't.
Because you're still learning it? Because you just wrote it?
Song. Well, hey, what do you want? I'm old. Take this jab and shove it. We ain't buying this no more. We ain't woke, but we're wide awake. Know what freedom's for. Joe and the swamp done. You sure you want me to do this all the way through? Okay.
Yeah, you can do it. You know what? I can cut that part out. It's all good. You can start over if you want.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, I actually do have that skill set.
Okay.
It's the technical setup stuff.
Then yeah, you should come over. You should sneak around and.
Do you want me to sneak around and do that?
And scroll.
Okay, you know what? I can do that.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
All right.
The other thing I can do, bring this and aim it more down towards that. Maybe pick that a little better.
That's true. That did help, actually.
Yeah. You ready? Here we go.
It's fine now. You just gotta, yeah. And you can read the words upside down?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay. You've kind of blocking my light, you know.
Yeah, I know
you're
that,
like you're like an eclipse.
I am an eclipse. when you're 5 foot cubed, that happens, dude.
Okay.
Just saying. You're here.
Thank you.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm better now.
All right,
Thanks.
good. That's the great thing about a rinky-dink setup. I just pick it up and move it.
It is easy.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, go ahead.
Take this jab and shove it. We ain't buying this no more. We ain't woke, but we're wide awake. Know what freedom's for. Joe in the swamp done poked the bear, so we're showing them the door. Take this jab and shove it. We ain't buying this no more. Fauci lied and told us all to take one for the team. With fake news, he sold us all a stinking pile of steam. The CDC can KMA for all the things they did. They're nuttier than hell to think they're gonna shoot that crap at our kids. Take this jab and shove it. We ain't buying this no more. We ain't woke, but we're wide awake. and know what freedom's for. Joe in the swamp done poked the bear, so we're showing them the door. Take this jab and shove it, we ain't buying this no more. Now what gives you the right to tell us there's no value in our voice? What in this world happened to my body, my choice? Joe's policies all suck, from Mexico to Afghanistan. How can you go left every time and not be a NASCAR fan? Let's go, Brandon, take this job and shove it. We ain't buying this no more. We ain't woke, but we're wide awake, know what freedom's for. Joe in the swamp done show the bear, so we're showing them the door. Take this jab and shove it, we ain't buying this no more. The cops and docs and the firemen and the heroes dressed in green, the truckers and the pilots, and the millions in between. We, the people, still believe that some things stay the same. Our freedom comes from God, and that ain't ever gonna change. Take this jab and shove it, we ain't buying this no more. We ain't woke, but we're wide awake, know what freedom's for. Joe in the swamp done poked the bear, showing them the door. Take this jab and shove it, we ain't buying this no more. Take this jab and shove it, we ain't buying this no more. Woo! Yeehaw. Yeah. That's a big bunch of yeehaw right there.
Yes, sir. Right here on Turbulent Truth.
So it's so funny. There's one spot in that lyric that I forget almost every time.
Really?
Joe in the swamp done, and I want it, for some reason, I want to say choked the bear, which is not a good plan on any level, anywhere.
Well, it could be, smelled the bear.
Smelled the bear. Joe in the swamp done. No, it's poked the, it's the mama bear.
It's definitely poked it. Yeah.
Poked it.
It goes along with the jabbing theme.
Thank you.
Just saying.
See?
Yeah. So, folks, that is this week's Turbulent Truth, because what do you say after that? It was phenomenal.
I think it's goodbye.
Guys, go out on your iTunes. Support Gary. Support some of the extra projects he's doing that really benefit a lot of people. Just go out there and support him on iTunes. Look it up. You'll find it. It's climbing the charts like crazy right now. Where's it at? Right, do you know?
It's climbing.
It's in the hundreds, right? It's broke the top 100.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's broke the top 100. And ironically, went over his good friend, Johnny Paycheck.
Yeah.
So it's an exciting time for creators and for people to just use our art to be able to lift people up, make statements, and hopefully keep us free. Amen. So that's this week's Turbulent Truth.
Indeed.
Alrighty. We'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye-bye.